What's holding you back? It's your beliefs, your fears, your old identities. What's one story that you've been telling yourself all over again about why you can't have what you want? Once I became focused and to know where I'm going, it became more clear, my dreams. It became more clear where I want to go. And that's why I really, really cherish this point that the lack of clarity can hold you back. Hello guys, hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mariam and I'm your friend. Welcome to Healthy Habits. I'm so happy that you're here. Per usual. Today we're going to talk about a topic that it's very, very, very important. What's holding you back? I'll give you 2-3 steps, mainly, to figure out what is stopping you. Now, why it's important to talk about it is because usually we think that our future will be like exactly as our past, or we give too much meaning to our past that we think that our future can't be better, and that's why it's important. So many things can hold us back. I have my notes so I don't forget anything per usual, but why it's important to talk about it is because beside our past that can define our future, which is not the truth, it's all internal. Our limiting beliefs, old identities, our fears, they all can have an impact on us, and that's our beliefs, identities, fears, that's what holding us back. Now, these patterns can wired in through habits, language, and focus. That's why this channel is called Habits, but you know what I mean. But yeah, it's all about habits. Your limiting beliefs, your old identities, your fear, those are patterns that every one of us have. They're not similar exactly to each individual, but they're things that are universal, as I already talked about in this channel, such as fears, limiting beliefs. So these are patterns that the good news is that we can get those wired, but you need to do it manually because it's our nature to have those limiting beliefs. It's our nature to have fear. Now, don't get me wrong, fears sometimes it's good to have because it can save lives, but most of the time it's internal, meaning you are being fearful because of your past or something happened in your past. So you are afraid of facing those challenges. But yeah, let's dive in. First, how you can know what's holding you back is to know the source of your blockage. And for that, you need to ask yourself a few questions, such as, is it a belief? Is it a belief that it's stopping you? Something you fear or lack of clarity and energy? And I'll give you exactly a question that you can ask yourself. It's, what's one story you've been telling yourself about and why you can't have what you want? So what's one story you've been telling yourself? Oh, I'm an immigrant, I can do it, I had this horrible thing in my past, that's why it's stopping me. Or other people, we usually blame other people. Oh, because of my, siblings, family, I didn't accomplish things that I always wanted to accomplish, which is not the truth. We are all responsible for our own stuff. But that's a limiting belief to tell yourself it's all about others, it's because of others, or I wasn't first generation here, or I'm a woman, whatever. Or if you're a man, oh, I'm not the man that I want to be, or I can't be, I'll never be. But this question is powerful. What one story you've been telling yourself? Because it will help you realize what the limiting belief that you have. So I encourage you to write down at least 3 limiting beliefs. And I'll give you a few examples, even more examples, so it can be easier for you to just imagine. I'm a woman, first generation, I am weak, I am not handsome enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm too young, I'm too old, Those are limiting beliefs. Ask yourself if it's, and how you can know if it's a limiting belief or not. Ask yourself if it's actually a fact. Oh, I can succeed because I am a woman. Ask yourself if it's really the truth, if it's really a fact, or it's your limiting beliefs. Again, your fears also can be source of blockage. I'm fear of doubt, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of going that extra mile, fear of unknown. We've talked about fears. I don't know if the video is up yet, but those fears can have huge amount of impact on what's holding you back. Mostly it's fear of unknown and fear of also being alone. But guess what? If you took a journey that it's the personal development, you will be lonely most of the time. You will be alone most of the time, unless you have people around you that are doing their personal development as well. Because like that, you can share things and not feel alone completely, but that's very, very rare. And you have those people, you're fortunate. So for me, if I can give you examples, fear of being alone, I don't have that anymore, because I realized that most likely, not that I will not have family or a partner or husband, but the feeling of loneliness, I probably will feel it at some point in my life because I chose this road, which is not similar to others. I have opinions that most of people don't. It's not similar opinions that majority of people, and that's okay because I chose this route. Some fears, it's easier to face when you know you're not the only one. And the limiting beliefs as well, meaning you're not the only one who has fears about unknown, loneliness, success, failures. It's universal thing. Somehow, when you know it's universal, somehow it's easier to have that breakthrough about what's holding you back, because you're like, oh, it's not only me. You can relate to people. And that's very, very, very important. I know this video can be all over the place because I'm still sleepy, although I had my coffee, but lack of clarity, we discussed, that can be also the source of your blockage. And this doesn't surprise me because majority people get distracted easily, whether it's social media, with friends, with thinking that, oh, I gotta party every single weekend or be drunk every single weekend to be included around my peers. But if you're distracted, how do you want to get successful? If you're distracted, how do you want to get the things that you actually want? If you're distracted, how do you want to accomplish your dreams? It's impossible. Because when you're distracted, it's like you can't think clearly. And your energy will not flow as fluidly that it can, because you're not focused, you're distracted. Now, I'm not telling you to not spend time with your friends. I'm not telling you to don't party or whatever. Like, you can do whatever you want to do, but just know that if you get, the more distracted you get, the more far away you will be from your dreams and goals. Once I became, I still do the work to be focused and to know where I'm going, it became more clear, my dreams. It became more clear where I want to go. And that's why I really, really cherish this point, that the lack of clarity can, hold you back, because it's the truth, and I experienced that myself. Once I became consciously clear whatever I want to accomplish, it's easier to not give up. It's easier to be in the game longer. But once you're distracted and you're like, oh, well, we'll see, whatever life will take me, you're not laser focused. So it's harder for you to get where you want, because you don't know where you want to get. Most people, it's not that they are not capable of achieving their dreams or goals, it's because they don't know their dreams and goals. They don't know how they can achieve. But they can achieve. It's just they don't know the road. They don't know how. They are not focused. That's why. But they are capable of, you are capable of achieve anything you put in your mind. You just need to know your limiting beliefs, what is stopping you, and also are you focused? And are you clear with your goals? Those 3 things are crucial. Once you know those things, nothing can stop you, even yourself. So it's whatever we talked, it's related to the second point that I want to talk. It's break those old patterns by shifting your your state, your language, and make new decisions. Why those 3 things will help you to break those old patterns? By the way, I have a video about how to break your old beliefs, something like that. I'll link it below. But if we go more general, I can go precise on each point in this video. We'll be here for hours, but your state, your language, and making the ability to make new decisions, good decisions, are crucial for breaking your old patterns. Now, I'll still go a little bit deeper for each of those 3 points. But state, why it's important? I've learned this from Tony Robbins, as you know. If you know him, you know that he's a very, very huge on like moving your body, your state. And I can't be more like he's he's right. Once you change your state, meaning you start working out, you move your body, even if it's for few minutes, even if it's for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, everything else changes in you. Why after a good workout or after a walk, after a run, we feel better? It's because once it's proven, it's not me or him who's telling you, it's proven that once you move your body, even a walk can have a significant difference on your mental health. Because it creates dopamine, which is the drug of happiness. Not only that, it's, it's more deeper than that. But if I can more simplify it, it makes your mental health better. And for that, it will help you to shift your identity, because since you feel better, you're not going to be like, oh, how can I distract? You're not going to be like, oh, how can I distract myself? Which, thing I need to consume to make me feel better, or this fear that I have is stopping me, or this limiting belief, it's there. Once you change your state, all of those things you can shift. Because once you feel better, any fear can stop you, really. It's very, very crucial, the state. The language, how do you speak to yourself? Oh my God, I can't tell this enough. The way that you speak to yourself, it's crucial, because if you tell yourself every single day, oh, Miriam, you're not capable of it, you're ugly, you can't succeed, you are you can't do this, you will be not able to do this, and the list can go on. You will not succeed, and you will be stuck with your old identities, your old beliefs, and with your old fears. Whatever you tell yourself does matter. Once you shift your language by being more kind and nice to yourself, everything else changes. You become even more kind and nice to others. See, most people talk about how it's important to be kind and nice to others, but what about you starting being kind with yourself? Once you are kind with yourself, it's going to be natural for you to be kind and nice to others. But when you're cruel to yourself, how do you want to be nice and kind to others? It's impossible. And I know that sometimes we can be so hard on ourselves that being nice to ourselves, it's like, no, I can't. But to try, it's a habit. It's at first it might be hard for you to tell yourself, good job, you got this. You be positive. See life positively, be grateful. It's hard at first, but once you practice it enough of time, then it's going to be a habit for you. But it's very, very important to be aware of your thoughts, to be aware how do you talk to yourself. And this question can help you with that. When you think about your biggest goal, how your body, breathing, thoughts, focus, and language change. Again, when you think about your biggest goal, how your language change, how your body change, how your breathing change. Do you become more joyful, blissful, grateful? You are feeling this, butterflies inside of you. All of those things matter. Because your body doesn't know the difference between, your brain doesn't know the difference between the reality and what's not real. So the more you feel that dreams and goals in your body, the more your brain thinks it's the reality. So it will open possibilities for you to actually make it happen. It's crazy, and trust me, it is the truth. When you focus on finding something, you will find it. But if you're, let's say how many times we're in the kitchen and we are looking for, let's say salt, and we're a little bit distracted. So we are looking for salt, but it's in front of us, right? But when we think about salt and we make it simple example, but so to the point, right? To the point. But when we actually think about salt and how we are going to find it for sure, all of a sudden we see it in front of us. Meeting good people and being around good people is the same. Most of the time I'm telling myself, today I will meet an amazing person. Today I will have an amazing day. Or today I'll meet, I'll be surrounded by great people. And most of the time that's what happens because I'm searching for it. I'm looking for it. If I was distracted, if I didn't watch my language, I would be like, oh yeah. Let's say if I go to another networking event, I would be like, yeah, again, another event, wherever I'll go. But I'm distracted by my phone. I'm distracted by toxic people or toxic environment. I'm thinking about things that doesn't matter at this point in my life. Guess what? Whenever I go to those events, I will be distracted. So I won't even notice those amazing people. I won't even notice that amazing knowledge that I can absorb because I'm distracted. Because 1 hour earlier, I didn't tell myself I'll have an amazing day. So my brain doesn't look forward to it. My mind doesn't look forward to it. It's all related to each other. And the third point, it was, break those old patterns by shifting your new decisions, by having new decisions. Majority of people, they don't want to make new decisions because they're afraid of change. And that's completely understandable. It's human. At some point, it was my case. If it's your case, don't be hard on yourself. It's completely normal to be afraid of making new decisions. But if you want to change, if you want to break your old patterns and habits, you need to make new decisions. Me filming today this video, it was a decision. Me wanting to help you, it was a decision. Me wanting to go to the gym because I want to improve my health, it's a decision. Everything, it's a decision. And you can't break old patterns if you don't make those decisions. Now, I know that just making a decision and just, okay, I'll not do anything, it's not enough, yes. But if you don't make that decision, you will be not making actions either way, because the decision wasn't made either. So I know that just making a decision and not doing anything, it's not enough. But it all starts with that. So if we do a little recap, what's holding you back? It's your beliefs, your fears, your old identities. And this pattern can get wired in through habits, language, and focus, which we've talked about. For that, you need to know the source of your blockage, because if not, you can't make it, you can't improve it. And how you can know the source of your blockage? It's asking yourself, is it a belief that's stopping you about yourself? Is it something that you fear, or lack of clarity or energy? And the question that you can ask yourself is, what's one story that you've been telling yourself all over again about why you can't have what you want? It's a crucial, and I challenge you to think about this question, because it will help you to know the source of your blockage. It's important to know so you can make it happen. It's important to know it so you can improve it. If not, nothing will change. Then we discussed about how to break the old patterns by shifting your state, moving your body as much as you can, watching your language, being more positive, talk to yourself nicely, and also the ability to make new decisions even if you're fearful of unknown. With all this being said, I really challenge you to take one small step to prove to yourself that things can change. And if you don't do this part, it's like, yeah, you listen to the video, but nothing will change if you don't take action. So one small, and I know I keep looking at this so I don't forget any detail, but once little, it can be as small as you can ever imagine. One small step that you can take to prove to yourself that things can change. So what's one action that would move you forward? Or you can think about what's one action, little action that can move you forward today, and what's stopping you. This will, if you think about these two little questions, it will help you to know your source of blockage. And once you know your source of blockage, you can work on it. Most people, they don't know what's stopping them, and that's why they don't accomplish great things. To end this video, we are all capable of achieve anything we want. Literally anything. But for that, it's hard work. For that, you can't be like, oh yeah, I want to accomplish this, but I'm gonna be distracted. I'm gonna talk to myself poorly, or I am gonna have those fears and limiting beliefs, and I'm gonna stick to it and not gonna improve it. You need to make a conscious decision to make those things better. You need to make a conscious decision to make yourself better. Because if you don't do anything, your life will be exactly the same as it is now. I wish that I had watched these videos or this kind of videos before. And I hope that you realize how powerful this topic can be, not just my video, but anything, like any other video related to this. If you want to know deeper about how to break through your old identities and patterns, Tony Robbins is the person to do that. And I have assisted already. This year was the second time I assisted to his annual event about, I always forget the name. Every single time I learn new things about myself, and my goal is to attend every single year. It's the biggest and the greatest investment that you can ever do. You wanting to learn more about yourself, it's never, oh, like I'm spending that money or whatever. No, it's an investment in you and your future. So if you want to know more about this topic, and I know he has lots of free content as well on YouTube, so on his page. So if you can't invest in those events, at least watch his videos that are available for free, because it will change your life. And he's one of my mentors, and he's amazing. So he helped me a lot to get to know myself more and to know exactly what are my limiting beliefs and fears and how to break through it. But yeah, your life will change for the better for sure if you know more of his work. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to identify your limiting beliefs and fears and how to break through it. Thank you so much for watching. We are having a video once a week, so I hope to see you soon again. Don't forget to like and subscribe and also ring the bell so you don't miss any other video. Per usual, before I go, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.